All right. We are live, y'all. What's up, everybody? We are live. Welcome to another session of the Gabba Club podcast. My name is Will. I'm the host of the number one Polynesian podcast in the world. Let's get it, y'all. I see the viewership already going up. I see you guys tuning in right now. Thank you so much for tuning in. We have a great show for you guys tonight. If you're tuning in for the very first time, thank you so much for tuning in. We have, as you can see, we have a full panel and beautiful ladies joining us for this tonight's discussions and topics that we're going to discuss tonight. And of course, everybody out there that supports my channel, follows my channel, and subscribes to my channel. Thank you so much for all your love and support. You guys already know what to do. If you appreciate the conversations, if you appreciate the podcast and the weekly shows I host for you guys, smash and press that like and subscribe button real quick. Don't forget, we'll have a quick disclaimer since we will be talking about dating, sex, and relationships. So we will be having mature and adult conversations for everybody out there under the age of 18.
This content is not suitable for the children under the age of 18 without adult supervision. Please be advised.
All right, please be advised. So if you're under the age of 18, I need you to go to sleep. All right, go to sleep, get ready for church tomorrow. All right. Nevertheless, everybody out there, don't forget we do have the live chat. So always appreciate you guys on the live chat, always sharing your thoughts and perspectives and opinions on the different topics that we're going to discuss tonight. So this will definitely get that live chat popping and let me know what you guys think. We're gonna have a lot of topics we're gonna discuss tonight, and I always appreciate you guys' feedback every single night. Don't forget this is a public show, so a lot of you guys watching this for the very first time. If you're not familiar with my content, I always allow the audience to be part of the conversation, be part of the live podcast. So I will post the public link on the YouTube live chat. So if you're watching this from Facebook, if you're watching this from my Twitch channel, come on to YouTube and I'm pinning it to the top of the screen. And you guys will be able to come on and be part of the conversation as well. Ty Toko also, time to Haney Fight right now, time to play. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in already tuning in and watching the show. Always appreciate you guys. Always appreciate you on the podcast. But yeah, be part of the conversation. Just click on that link, the public link on YouTube. I do know there's a lot of people who may disagree with my views, hate my content, or get triggered by my content.
How dare you?
But if you disagree, with something I said, I invite you to come on. Let's have a discussion of why you disagree, and that's why I have a public podcast. I want to have an open discussion, especially the people whether you agree or disagree. Let's have an open conversation. Nevertheless, I do have the super chat donations. I always appreciate you guys. I always donate financially to my channel. Every single donation will be reinvested to my content to give you guys better quality content. Also, I'm going to be launching my podcast studio by the end of this year. We're going to be having live podcasts from my podcast studio with more ladies. So if you love the content, I appreciate you guys. Really appreciate the journey. I appreciate my manifesting my dreams and the hustle and the grind I put in for you guys every single week. Drop a super chat donation, and the best way to do it is ask it to a question or topic. So if you have a specific question or topic you guys want us to discuss as a panel, or you want to ask directly to the guests, ask it through a super chat donation. I'll make it a priority and put it on the top of the screen and read it out for you and show you some love, and we'll be able to respond to you live on the show. But that's pretty much it. That's all my YouTube stuff. First and foremost, I just want to say, I see somebody already coming on also already. Casual Gym, hit that like button. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Casual Gym. Thank you so much, man. Hit that like button, y'all. Appreciate you jumping on the show and watching us already on the show tonight. But nevertheless, I just want to say to the beautiful ladies, thank you so much for taking the time. I appreciate you guys being on here. Shout out to the ladies real quick. And we're going to have some great discussions tonight. But first and foremost, ladies, I know a lot of people watching this right now. They may not know who you are. So can you guys go ahead and give yourselves a quick introduction? Your name, your age, what do you do, and what's your relationship status? I'll start with you, Lay. Go ahead, Lay.
Hi, y'all. Well, like you said, my name is Lay. I'm 21 years old. And oddly enough, y'all, I change oil. And also, I'm single as a Pringle. So, I see you if you see me.
All right. No worries. Lay, thank you so much. I'm very excited to have you on tonight's show. And I'll pass it on to Mera. Mera, go ahead and introduce yourself real quick.
Hey guys, I'm Mera, and I am 28 years old, and I am a full-time student, and my status is freshly on the market, fresh on the market. So we outside for sure.
All right, no worries. All right, we're 2 for 2, y'all. We're 2 for 2. Thank you, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you all the way from the East Coast and tuning in for tonight's show. Really appreciate you be part of the conversation tonight. And last but not least, go ahead, Charlena. Go ahead and introduce yourself real quick.
Yep, I'm Charlena, and AKA Sugar Baby Books Girl, and I am an author of Relationship Candy: How to Get Sugar. But I've already got my sugar because I got my ring. I'm married. So that's me.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Charlena. Thank you so much for being part of tonight's show. And of course, I'm definitely gonna drop the link. I'm gonna get the link from Charlena and drop the link for her book. So that way, if you guys want to support her book and her platform was up, please definitely support her and her journey as well, her success. So thank you so much, ladies, and thank you so much for taking the time being on here. And of course, I see a lot of you guys already. Ty said, time to get down with these ladies. All right, Ty, I know you're ready. And Casual Gem said, congrats, Charlena. All right, thank you so much. All right. But nevertheless, let's get right into it. Let's get right in and let's start the show. Ladies, I hope you guys are ready. I have a very hot topic to discuss, a very controversial topic. I always like to start it hot on my podcast. So prepare yourselves. I'm going to play a video real quick. This video I saw was trending on YouTube. They were talking about relationships, about the modern dating culture today for a lot of women. So I'm going to play it real quick, and then I'm going to ask you guys for your reaction, and then we'll just go right into it. So let me play the video, and then we'll go right into it. And
if you're doing.
Okay, you guys can hear it, right? You guys can hear it? Yes. All right, cool. So I'm gonna play the video. It's about 47 seconds. So just bear with the video. And of course, for everybody on the live chat, let me know what you guys think about the video as you guys watch and react to it. I do want to hear your feedback as well. So let me play the video real quick.
As a 40-year-old guy that if you're doing pretty well, you could get married tomorrow with a 25-year-old, have 5 kids, and still have a whole life. That's just not the case biologically for women.
I think it's embarrassing for women that are put in those situations, because how do you make it to 40 and not learn how to get along with a man? How do you make it that far and you just never pick up on cues? And sometimes these women have children, and that's great. And, sometimes they don't have a man, but sometimes they don't have either which one. They're just absolutely by themselves. And so, is that a full life? Because so they have girlfriends, that's great. But are all of those girlfriends single, or are they also married with children, or they have professions? It seems lonely to me, and I think women come out and they try to say that it's not, and I think it's a cope. You can see it on the TikTok pages. Look at me, I'm so happy, I'm drinking wine, and I'm 40, and I'm single. Well, if you're so happy, why do you have to make your entire TikTok page and your identity?
All right. Okay. All right. So, ladies, so we're gonna. This is a topic that I saw was trending. So. Obviously, we all here in 2022. There is we all here in America, and we all live in the modern dating culture, right? So oftentimes the discussion is, and one thing I do see, we're moving into the independent movement, right? The modern independent movement. I don't need to be in a relationship. I can do everything by myself. For men and women, so a lot of times, and also statistically, if you look at the statistics, a lot of times, people are no longer getting married no more. All right, so it is declining. So one of the things I do here, because I do this podcast and I talk to both men and women, one of the things for men, we don't really struggle when we get older. We can still be able to get married and find women and date even when it goes into our 30s and 40s. But what a lot of modern women are having a hard time with is as they get older, especially if they live a very independent life, if they want to pursue a career, if they want to pursue their goals and dreams. They want to go to school for long periods of time. They realize that when they get older, especially when they hit the 30s, and then especially when they hit their 30s, it's every single year exponentially, it gets harder and harder for them and to find a man. And then when they hit 40, it's virtually almost impossible. When you hit 40, to not only find a man, but find the man that you want, find the man that you're attracted to, find the man that you want in your 40s. To be able to lock him down and also be able to give you marriage and also start a family. So my question for you guys, ladies, what do you, I don't know what your experience is, if you're independent or not, but do you feel like that a lot of women do believe that they can get older and they can still find the man they want? But for me to look at the statistics, I would say that I disagree. That I think if the best chance for women is to take advantage of their youthful years, because a lot of men, A lot of men, most men, they're attracted to, women who are younger, and of course, women that can have children because they do want to start a family. But as you get older, as women, that biologically it's harder to, to still be fertile to start a family. And then if you want to end up a guy that's trying to find a wife that he's attracted to, if he's trying to build a family, he's probably going to go with the younger woman. So I just want to hear your perspective. Should women, and also I also want to ask you guys also is can you be happy being single after 40 and 50, or do you really want any? Because a lot of women in their 30s and 40s and 50s say that they're happy and they don't want a partner and they can be happy for the rest of their life. But for me, I do believe that part of being happiness is sharing it with somebody else. Starting a family, creating a legacy. And it's hard for me to believe that people really want to spend the rest of their life in their 40s and 50s, 60s alone and by themselves without children and grandchildren, because we're not biologically built that way. We're social creatures, right? But like I said, this is the modern time, so it's not the same as our grandparents and great grandparents' time, when we had families younger and we built and we had children and we had great grandchildren. But we live in a time now that we're pursuing things and we're living our life, having fun, hot girl summer, all right, the whole phase. So, but like there's different things that's no longer that back before that women didn't do that women doing now. But like I said, everything we do in life is always consequences. So is it worth it for women to, go to 20s and 30s and not use that time to find a good man and try to find him later? Or should they do it earlier? But like I said, I want to open up for debate. I want to hear what you guys think. You guys are all ladies. But I'll start with you, Lay. What do you think about that?
Okay, so how I feel about that? Honestly, I mean, because I'm 20, like I said, I'm 21 and I'm like, doing this whole dating thing. But the one thing about me is that I already had my kid early. So I feel like if women, I don't know, if you're like me and you already got the kids out the way and you already felt like you fell in love and you did all of that already, like, that's one thing. But if you feel like you just gotta, show your independence, how she was saying in the video that you want to flaunt this independence and do all of that, like, it's good to be independent. But I also feel like, women need a man. Like, whether we like to say it or not, we do need a man, or we do need somebody to be there to hold us, to comfort us, because that does get lonely, So I don't know. I feel like honestly, in my opinion, women should start finding a good man, like finding a man when they're in their 25s, like their late 20s, because I still believe in marriage. Okay. I still believe in the love, the marriage, the kids, and waiting until that period where where you can't do a lot of those things. And like you said, your youthfulness and, and how you attract all that changes as you get older. So why not use that time that you have, that 25 to 30 to that 30 period, just, having fun, but then you're also still dating, you're learning other people, it's 2022, either you like men, you like women, whatever's your forte, do it. But I don't know, I feel like everybody deserves to settle down and be happy, especially before you're 40. Like 40, I better be married, okay, having at least 3 more babies. But that's my opinion, so I'm with you. I don't know, I disagree. I feel like women need a man in some kind of sense for security.
All right. So Lay, your team men. Need a man. Okay, got you. Team need a man. All right, for sure. Thank you so much, Lay. Let me pass it to Mera. Mera, what do you think? What do you think about that topic? Can women really be happy if they're not married by 40? What do you think?
Oh, that is super controversial. To be honest, I am very old school. I'm very traditional. And, despite the times we're living in, the hyper independence and stuff, that's cool. And it might work for some people, but I'm super traditional. I do believe that, yeah, I feel like probably marriage is the end game for most people, finding someone, but most of the time, I feel like it's not so black and white, as in like, do they want to be married by 40? Or some people go on a journey to find them independently, so the focus is and the drive is not really settling down by 30. Your eggs are like decaying every single day that you don't find someone. So it's, you know, some people are like either hyper focused in their career because they need the stability. You can't take a career away from a woman, you know, but a man could walk away any day. So I feel like the hyper independence is just a defense mechanism that we're trying to keep ourselves occupied, trying to do the individualism until we meet someone. But I think at the end of the day, everyone does want, you know, that wonderful relationship that everyone's, you know, looking for. So yeah, I'll go team men for sure for this one.
Okay. All right. And real quick before I pass it to Charlena, I just want to ask Lay and Mera real quick. If you don't, would you be able to? If you don't get married by 40, would that for you like? Would you be happy or would you be unhappy if you get to that point? Lay, real quick. What's your response to that?
I don't know. I feel like I'd really just be chilling. Like if I'm not married, I'm dating somebody. Like, you know, like that's where I'm at. I'm dating. If we're not married, I'm dating you. Because like I said, I already have the kids. So it's like, you know, kids, if you don't want to have kids or whatever that is. Because, you know, like when you get older and you get to marriage, like those are going to be the questions. Like, you want to have kids? You want to do this? You want to do that? But no, it won't be like, no, I wouldn't. I feel like I'll just be smooth sailing. I won't be sad. Like, okay.
Don't worry. Mera, like if you happen to get to 40 and you're still not married and have children, like would you feel? Do you believe that a part of you would become like disappointed and be unhappy?
I have a hard time even like trying to fathom that question. I definitely don't think I won't be with someone by 40, but if hypothetically that situation, yeah, no, I will probably I'll feel a type of way for real, you know, but depends on where I'm at by my individually, but I'll feel like something went wrong for sure. So
okay, no worries. All right, thank you for sharing that. Let me pass it on to Charlena. Charlena, what do you think? Oh, hit that mute button.
I got it. Okay. Can we be happy or 40 alone? No, there would be something missing. I feel like a woman should meet a man early, let's say like at college, preferably, because there is a greater chance that you'll get a better catch. Or date guys that are older. Because if you're getting your degree or you're starting your career, you can save that degree or that trade for later. I mean, finding the guy and getting married isn't the end all be all. I mean, you can get married, have the kids, football team if you want, and still use your degree later on. That way you'll still have a chance to be independent. And like you ladies were saying, you can still have life interests outside of the marriage. Like, you don't become an old grandma just sipping on wine with your buddies, you know. So there's still life after marriage. You can still explore the world. You can still go party past 40, but with a man. That's my take on it.
No worries. I want to ask you, ladies, because sometimes when I talk to women, especially the women that those ladies were on the video we're talking about, the women who are like 30, 35, 40, and they're posting on TikTok that, you know what, I'm happy, I don't need a man, right? And I do believe sometimes for a lot of women, they can be in denial about the reality of their situation. But I want to ask you, I mean, obviously you're all still young, but if you want to keep it real, is it true that as you get older, I guess the type of men to attract commitment from the men that you want, it gets harder? Because for a lot of women, they say, no, it doesn't matter if I'm 20, 30, 40, 50, I can always get a man just like that, right? Or I can get the men that we want, less like that. But for me, I think if you understand the biological realities of what we're attracted to as men and women, you realize, and if you look at the statistics, it gives you a different perspective and a different story. But just asking these women, is it true that, I mean, in your life, did you realize that when you're younger, a lot of the men were coming at you, and then as you get older, there was a difference? I don't know. I want to ask you what your experience. I'll start with you, like, what do you think?
Okay, well, I'm at my peak right now, y'all. So,
You're trying right now.
yeah, I'm on my high right now. But like, as I can see, yeah, it is a little bit harder. Like, just like, from my aunts, like, just like other people around me and seeing how like they've been going through relationships. I do think it is a little bit harder for women when they get older to find a man. But like, then again, I also know a few, J-Lo, she can pull anybody any day. Let me just say, okay, she can pull me any day. But yeah, it is. I don't know, because like I'm like she said, like, I look for older guys, honestly. Like, not hecka older, but like, but older guys, because like guys my age now, they're like, they don't want commitment and everything. And my mindset and where I am, I'm like, I'm ready to settle down. Like, come on. Look, I'm not saying I'm sexist, I promise you. But I'm just saying, I just would rather a man do a lot of things that I got to do. But yes, it is. I can see that. Statistically, I can see the statistics for sure.
All right, no worries. And shout out to your prime. You're in your prime right now, so this is the best time.
You already know.
All right, no worries. I'll pass it to you, Mera. Like, what's your experience like? Do you notice that difference? But just what do you think about that?
Can you repeat the question?
No, like, do you notice a difference that, like, as you get older as a woman, do you find it that you got more attraction and commitment from men when you were younger compared as you get older, or is it the same, or maybe you still get the same amount? I mean, I don't know, it's different for every woman,
right?
But what do you think? But there is a narrative based on the statistics, and what a lot of men are saying is like, as women get older, because biologically for most men, they like always pursue the younger women,
right?
But do you think it's true? It's like, do you get older? Does the attraction and commitment from it decrease as older as you get?
Personally, I've always gone for older men, just because I feel like I'm an old soul. So I was like young and like, conversing with like older people, not in a weird illegal way, but like 20 on a date with like a 40-year-old, and we got along and we were talking about stuff that I wouldn't be able to talk to a 20-year-old guy about, you know what I'm saying? So I feel I've always been attracted to older men, but I feel like the older I'm getting as well, the more I'm kind of want to scoot to someone close in age and stuff. But I feel like, what, I think like everyone's tired of the dating pool. Like, I feel even guys like in their early 30s are like looking for that commitment, because like people, you try to hype it up, but like everyone wants, so I've encountered a lot of guys in their 30s, which was unheard of a few years ago, that they're like, I'm looking to commit, I want this and this and that. So I feel like it has changed in the sense of like even guys closer to age for myself, they're looking pretty much for the same thing. So
okay, all right. And like, but did you notice a difference? Like, do you still get the same amount of attraction and commitment from men right now?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
When you were younger, or is it different?
No, I've always been the one that's avoided the commitment. So it's always been the guys that are like, hey. So I feel like it's been the same. So let's keep it going for a few more years. So
okay, all right, no worries. Thank you for sharing that, Mera, and I'll pass it on to you, Charlena. But yeah, the same thing. Like, do you believe that biologically, as women get older, there is a reality that they start losing the commitment and attraction from a lot of men?
Yeah, because you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Let's say you're a 40-year-old unmarried, and this older guy in his 50s, mid 50s, is you look nice and you dress nice, you've got a nice car and a nice house, but he knows you may have some baggage. Come on now, man. So men think about that. What's going to be the thing that ticks her off, or is she going to be aggressive, or is she going to bring past relationship stuff? When you're younger, you're fresh, you're bubbly, you're naive sometimes, and guys, they they're looking at the youthfulness. So I feel like as we get older, it is harder. Like we may attract them as we get older, but will we keep them to get that sugar? That's the question.
Okay. All right, no worries. I want to, and also I think this is something I do always hear from a lot of women, ladies. Like, if you happen to meet the man that you want, the man, I guess the man that you prefer, the man that meets all the things that you like, or the man of your dreams, are you willing to adjust your life for him? Because sometimes I do talk to a lot of women, especially women who are, they have a career, they're independent, and they finally meet a guy that they want, a good man, but they're unwilling to make compromises for that man to be able to marry him, and then they kind of let him go. But then as they get older, hit 40, because I've talked to women who are over 40, they're like, man, I met that man when I was in my early 30s, in my early 20s, but I let him go, and I wish if I went back in time, knowing what I know now when I'm 40, I would have just readjusted my life and compromised my life a little bit so I can make it work with them. So what I want to ask you guys, ladies, obviously some of you guys are independent, you got things going on for your life. If you happen to meet the man of your dreams, is a good man that he's willing to commit to you and supports you and have children, are you willing to make compromises and everything about your life to be able to lock that man down, or you're not? Or I want to start with you, Mera. What do you think, Mera? Are you able to compromise right now? If your man of your dreams met you right now, he's like, look, I got you, I love you, I commit to you. You're sexually attracted to him, and he has all the things that you look for.
Right.
But he wants to, hey, I need you to compromise your life and your goals and your dreams a little bit, and be that woman for me, be that wife for me right now. Are you willing to do that if you met him?
I feel, again, it's not so black and white, because if he is the man of my dreams, then he'll learn how to compromise as well. So if it's like me trying to adjust to your new lifestyle as opposed to meeting me in the middle, and despite, like, right now I'm doing music, right? So I devote a lot of my time to music. So it's like, if I have someone that supports me, and it's just like, I majority of the time, like tomorrow I have to be in Miami, like I have to leave at 6 a.m, get to Miami, be all day at the studio, and then I can't have someone that's like, because I've had it, like, you're sleeping with the producers, or you're doing this, like, oh, you're gonna be in the studio, now I'm going out, and then I'm distracted. It can't. So that person has to be the right person, in a sense that it's just like they're willing to accommodate to whatever it is you're pursuing yourself,
Okay. I do want to ask you this. So you said that you're into music, you're trying to pursue your music dreams, right? Do you want children? Mera?
Oh yeah, of course.
So say you happen to meet the man of your dreams, and he wants children right now, right? Because and obviously you're so young too, so that's the best time for you to have children as well. And he tells you, what? I know you have your music career, but can you kind of dial that down real quick? Let's have children, and then once our kids get older, I'll support you. Or maybe maybe we can schedule some days for you to pursue your goals and dreams, but let's make my kids a priority, because raising children does take a lot of your time being a mother.
For sure.
So if he asks you to kind of dial down your dreams a little bit for the kids, for the sake of raising good kids and being a mother, are you willing to make that compromise? And like I said, he'll support you. So look, I just want to make sure my kids are taken care of, being a great mother. But whenever you find time to pursue your dreams, I will support you 100%. But you need to compromise as far as investing all of your time for the music, but take some of that time towards raising children. Are you willing to do that?
I personally, I've always wanted kids, right before 30 or at 30, so kind of the age range. As I'm approaching that, I still want to give myself at least 1 year to kind of, I graduate this year, and I'm a pre-med student. So at the moment, now that I graduate in December, there's just so much going on. So I have the possibility of med school, or and then so stuff that it's like, if it was right now, and like I said, if it's the person for me, he'd understand. It'll be like, let me at least have 1 year, 1 more year, and then I'd, depending on how much money he has, it's like, I'd go ahead and have the kid.
Yeah, he has unlimited money. He has unlimited money. Would you compromise for him? He's like, but he's a family man. He's a family man. He's like, I care about kids. I care about family. You're 28 right now. You're not getting old. You're not getting any younger. Let's
Right.
have our kids right now.
Right.
He has unlimited money, and this is something that's really important for him to like. Is one of his deal breakers. Are you
Right.
willing to compromise for that, or are you gonna let him go?
So with unlimited money, you could freeze your eggs, right? So I still need that year, at least for myself.
Okay.
Like I have personal goals that is like, if I can do them at the time frame that I set for myself, then my life could probably take a different direction. And then, you know, if he's not willing to compromise, then you're really not for the person for me. Like if you can't compromise on something that's a big deal to myself, it's not something little as like, oh, do you like fried eggs, or it's a kid, a child, you know, and it's life altering in many aspects. Like I don't have any kids, but I definitely can't imagine myself having a kid, at least for this year, while I'm still trying to get my shit together, you know.
All right, no worries. Fair enough. You know, I just want to thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing, Mera. Appreciate that. I'll pass it on to you, Lay. Like in the same thing. You know, if you met the man of your dreams, and he's like, you know what, he's asking you to compromise your life a little bit so you can start a family. Let's get those kids popping. Let's raise that. Let's raise that team. Like, are you willing to drop everything? I got my man, my dream. I'm gonna drop everything. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's get on that ship.
Okay.
Let's make it happen.
Now, first things first. Now, if he had unlimited money, now we gonna compromise a little bit. We gonna see. We got like, cause like I'm the type of person, like I really, like you have to be a really genuine person. Like I could really give two fucks less about how much like money, even if it is unlimited money now. Like that's life changing. Unlimited money now. But if he's like a really fucked up person, like even if I know having a kid, like even if he's like, you know, really just want to have kids and everything, like if you're not a good man at heart, like if you're not a good genuine person, like, you know, you can go. But I don't know, like, because me having a kid and like, you know, learning sacrificing and everything like that, I do also understand that like, okay, there will be always a give and take. And so if my man just like, you know, if his dreams were just like a little bit bigger than mine, like, you know, then yes, I'll put whatever I have to do on hold until then. But if I truly feel like what I'm doing, because like I'm into my modeling and I do put a lot of time into that as well, and learning that, like, you know, work-life balance and just having all of that, I don't know, he better also understand, like, you know, that's my dream. And what I feel like, you know, that's just me being who I am. That's me being myself, like, you know. And if you can't love that part of me either, then like, again, you're not the man for me, you know? I don't know. So it's that's a very tricky question, because that can go either way. Like I said, if you're a good man, and you can have unlimited money, you can have all the babies you want, honey. All the babies you want.
All right. No worries for sharing that, Lay. Yeah, I'll pass it on to you, Charlena. I know. What do you think? You know, if they find, you know, women out there that really want a good man, they finally meet him. Is it worth it? Is it worth it for them long term to just let him go like that?
That's definitely a huge risk. Yeah, that would be taking a huge risk if you weren't ready to compromise. She said she's gonna freeze her eggs.
I love that. Med school student.
What if this man is 50 years old and he still don't got no kid? He waiting on your eggs to defrost. Okay, but I feel like yeah, compromise, come to an agreement way before the engagement, so that everybody's on the same page, no surprises. Don't get they're not getting to the relationship, the marriage, and you pop a surprise on them. So yeah, take a compromise there. I wouldn't say, let's see, I'd say put it on hold, just get the children out of the way, because I mean, if he's got the dough, you can get a nanny, a caregiver, and he may compromise with you since you've got some help. The children won't be being neglected while that person pursues their career or their travels or extracurricular activities. So yeah, compromise on both ends, but no surprises. No surprises.
I had a question for you because you're married. Did you have to make compromises for yourself to husband so that way you can make the relationship work with your husband? And then
Yeah.
if you did make compromises, are you willing to share?
Yeah, I followed him wherever he went. He got a new job. I packed up my stuff and I was like, let's go. And I moved away from my family. They thought I was crazy, but hey, and now he's got another position and I'll have to, in the process of packing junk up now, actually, we're about to move. So just wherever his career takes him, I'll go because I've got one of those skills that I can get a job anywhere. So I'm fortunate to have that, that I can my job is versatile. It's online. I can just go anywhere with my computer. I'd be on the beach with my computer. I can, just keep working. So yeah.
All right, no, yeah, thank you for sharing that. And then I guess I just want to add on because and ladies, feel free to add on to what I'm about to share right now. Because the one thing I do see for a lot of women, because if I talk to most women, they want a good man, right? They want a good man, a career. He can financially support her and the kids, take care of loves her and committed. And of course, we live in a dating age today where it's all about modern dating, sex, sliding into DMs, social media apps. A lot of guys just out there talking to multiple people and women as well. So I guess my only criticism for a lot of women who are not willing to adjust or compromise their life for a good man is the thing is what a lot of women don't understand is statistically they're rare in today's dating market. So if you happen to meet him, and like I say, I understand where you have your own life, but all I'm saying is, especially if a guy that has like a good financial career, a good career for himself, all I'm saying is for those the good men that most women will want and have his babies and have a family with, they're not just out. There's not a big supply of them. So if you happen to meet him and you let him go, statistically, it's going to be hard for you to run into him. And also, if not only that is that you're also competing with all the other women. So the things that you're not willing to compromise for, another woman will be able to do that for him, or even a younger woman will be able to do that for him. So you're not only competing, because like I said, the good men that every woman wants, majority of women want as well. So all I'm saying is if you happen to meet a good thing, like I said, it's all about risk to take. But that's for me. I'm all about like just understanding the probability that if you meet a good thing, are you confident enough that you're gonna meet the same guy or better later on in your life? Because they're very rare. The good men who have their life. Like when I talk to most women, like let me ask you, ladies, how many women do you know that they got their shit together? Like really, really got their shit together? Is there a lot of women out there, or most of the men just fucking around and barely figure out their life? There's only because on my social circle, I can count the men in my life that got their shit together with one hand, and I've been and I've lived a whole life to this point. So 90% of men don't have their shit together. They're still they're in the sexual dating culture, sliding the DMs, only in all this shit. There's only very few men out here I know personally that really got their shit together. And the thing is, that's the reality. So I just wanted to throw that out there. And if you guys want to add on to that, all I'm saying is if you meet the man of your dreams, I think it's worth it long term to kind of compromise a little bit, because you might not run into that guy or a better guy later on in the life, especially when we all agree that as you get older, it's harder to track those types of men. Anybody want to add on to that real quick?
I'll add on to it. You said something to the effect, make sure that, well, I want to add on that you should have options. Date as many people as you can. I didn't say fuck everybody that you can, but date so that you have these valuable men, these high value men in your little Rolodex, in your little black book, so that you can take the risk. You think that you've got man number 1, number 2, number 3, that you can call up if anything goes wrong. That's my take on it. Don't be so wrapped up in one guy that you miss out on others. So yeah, that's my take on it.
Lay, you want to add on? Go ahead, Lay.
Yes, I do. Okay, now this is so funny because, like, I always say, because like I'm a very authentic person. I'm very I'm very different. And so what I always believe and what I always feel like, if you're really meant to be with me, if you're truly you truly love me, because I'm sorry, y'all, I'm like one of those like hopeless romantics. I'm sorry. Like I gotta I'm gonna know I'm in love with you. Like, our souls are just gonna connect like that. And I don't know, there's no, like you said, this new modern day.
You're mute. Are you good? You good?
Yeah. Like you said, how today is, it's like it is all about sex, and it is all about just
Oh, you're still on mute.
where it's like, well, my lately experience, I'm gonna share with y'all. I'm not tripping about it, okay? But like my recent experiences and like dating, and from coming from the DMs, and us hanging out, from just that whole point, it's just like I've already known where you were at before you even stepped to my front door. Like, you feel me? So like I always feel like I do it because I know what's gonna happen at the end of the day, because it's gonna happen with me regardless, because I'm gonna say yes, I'm gonna say no, and you can go if you would like, but but I always feel like we cool, like I never have hard feelings about it, but like I'll know when I meet the right man, because we gonna have that special thing that's like, all right, I'll drop everybody, let's go, I'll drop everybody, I'll drop everything, and we gonna ride off in the sunset together. That's how I feel. And I know it's going to be harder to do, but it's like I said, I'm a very different person. I'm very rare. I'm a diamond in the rough as well. So you have to match that same flow, period. So you're going to be that really rare value, and not everyone is going to be able to have you. I mean, like I said, J-Lo. Okay, J-Lo, she's so damn rare. She done have every man, and she chose to go back, all because she decided to, So it's like I'm rare like that, and he's rare like that. Like no one else gonna have you, so it's all me.
No worries. Thank you for sharing
Just
that.
make sure that you're not doing this right here, jumping through hoops.
Hell no, I am not jumping through no hoops.
Yeah.
Like I said, we chilling. I never have no hard feelings. At the end of the day, you jump through my hoops. You know how hard it is to get to me? Oh my gosh. They jump through so many hoops.
I feel like they don't like the clinginess. What do you think? You're totally into the guy. Does he like the clinginess?
I don't know, because I'm not a clingy person. I really just leave it. I leave you alone. You don't text me. Okay, I'm not gonna text you. Like, you busy, you doing something, obviously. But maybe that might be the reason why I am failing. Maybe a man does want more clinginess nowadays because of how the whole dating scene is. Like, I can see that, but that's hard for me to adjust to. Now you have to. Hopefully, I can find a man that's ready to adjust to that. You
don't want a clingy man. No, you don't want that.
Like, I do, but I don't. That's what I'm saying. That's where my hopeless romantic side starts to come in, because I want you to be hugged up with me, laying down on the couch, watching some Netflix, eating popcorn. Like, I want to be doing that every night. But during the day, I'm gonna be outside.
And then Mera, do you anything want to add on?
No, I was just enjoying the conversation. It's funny.
All right, no worries. Yeah, I see some of you guys on the live chat. I think Ty said young men in their 20s are just starting off in college and careers. It takes time to be successful. That's why men hit their primes in their 30s and 40s. Thank you for sharing that. I know Fatty did a super chat donation. Shout out to Fatty. He had a quick, question for the ladies who are single, for Lay and Mera. Would you, if you find the man of your dreams, would you delete your IG for him?
If he's making me delete he's not the man of my dreams, because that's kind of a form of manipulation. So definitely no.
Okay. All right. No worries. And then the late same thing. You just the only thing you ask. Delete your IG. Would you willing to do it?
I mean, yeah, I don't really like social media to begin with. I mean, IG is just one of them. I can still got Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, the whole shebang. So yeah, I'll delete the IG. Yeah.
All right. No worries. Okay. All right. No worries. Thank you for sharing that. And everybody's on the live chat. Thank you so much. Shout out to you guys real quick. And don't forget, and I'm going to post a popular link soon. And you guys want to jump on, you guys also be jump on as well. I'm going to open up the discussion for you ladies real quick to bring up your topics and questions. Let me start off with you, Mera. Mera, what's your topic and question you want to bring up? And let's go right into it.
Oh, I was not prepared for that one. So can we go with someone else? I'll start. I'll think of something.
Yeah, I'll come back to you. All right. Yeah, go ahead, Lay. Lay, what's your topic and question, and then we'll go right into it.
Okay. I got asked this question because, like I said, I just recently kind of had a conversation about this. But what is your definition of love? What do you see that as?
Okay. All right. So what's your definition of love? I'll pass it to you, Charlena. What's your definition of love, Charlena?
Well, women don't love men. They grow to love them, but they respect men. So I guess my form of love is respect.
Okay. All right. Is respect. All right. So your form of love is respect. Okay. Lay, what's your thoughts about that, Lay?
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you my form of love because there's so many different kinds of ways, to say I love you, or or ways that we have our love languages, if you can say. But a lot of it, and what I've heard, and what a lot of people have just told me, is that a lot of people want more of a need instead of more of because love is it's everything. It's not just a feeling. It's not just it's just not words. It's just not thoughts. Love is just everything in between. And it's once you feel that, like I said, your two souls are connecting. Once you feel that love, you're just wow, I could have swore I knew you from way back when. I'm telling you, we've been here. And so I don't know. So love, and when I told them my first definition of love was just that, after I really learned it, was just that I always want somebody to just know that at the end of the day, it's always going to be me and you. It's always going to be our backs. We're going to have backs against the wall. I know at the end of the day, you're there. But then I realized that's more of it's a need. It's something that I feel like I'm always missing. And so once I learned, I was okay, so once that part is done, then it's okay, then what is love? Then what do you have after all of that? And it's dang, I still have your hold, your kisses, your touches, just you being with me. And so I don't know, love, it can mean so many different things. And love is respect. Love is kindness, generosity, and authenticity. And it's just being able to know you can be who you are no matter what it is, no matter rain or shine. Throwing up, looking ugly, just don't need to be here kind of days. And he's just still there. So I don't know. It's very different.
All right. No worries. Thank you for sharing that, Lay. Mera, what do you think? Well, when it comes to love, what are you what's your definition of what are you looking for when it comes to love?
Personally, love to me is self-love, right? And I say that because if I love myself and I'm working on the inner healing, if I'm healing any abandonment issues I have, any daddy issues, then I'm gonna love you for you. You're not a crush to me. I'm not gonna get into a relationship because you're the dad that left me, or you're trying to fill, I'm trying to fill that void that another human can't, ultimately they can't. So it's if I'm doing the self-love and that person is fully in that same level doing the self-love, and you both come together as individuals to then go ahead and join, then that is the definition of love for me. It's like two complete and healed individuals just coming together. So that way I am loving you for you, and I'm not loving you for what you can do for me or how good you make the pain go away or the childhood issues go away.
All right, no worries. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. I want to ask. I mean, for me personally, when it comes to love, I don't base my relationships based on love. As a man, I know for women it's important. Um, all I need in a relationship is a woman to respect me. If I could get respect from a woman, um, I'm fine with that. If she can respect me, my boundaries as a man, my leadership as a man, and my standards, my values as a man. That's all I need. And sometimes I think that in today's generation that we get caught up in the Disney love fairy tale. But if you talk to people when it comes to relationships, it's really hard work when you talk to people. Like relationships, marriage, long term, it's a lot of dedication, a lot of work. And I think one of the things I kind of feel, um, I think it kind of strays a lot of people when it comes to love, especially in today's modern generation, where we're all about independence, we're all about self love, we're all about doing what makes you happy. That we base a lot of our life choices based on how we feel. And the thing is, when we go into like a long term relationship, regardless of how we feel, we have to keep putting in the work and dedicate and commit ourselves to our partner. And a lot of times, what I see with the modern generation when it comes to dating, or especially why there's a high divorce rate today in America. Like after 1 or 2 years, a lot of people are like, you know what, I don't feel happy no more. I don't feel in love no more, and then they just break the relationship, right? And for me, it's like I don't base my relationship based on how much I love that person. It's for me when I do decide to go into long term commitment. For me, it's about duty, it's about obligation and commitment. And when I make a commitment to be with you, my feelings does no longer matter no more. I made a commitment to be with this, regardless of how I feel. Whether I'm happy, great. But if I'm not happy, I'm still going to be committed, just as I was the first day when I made a commitment to you. And I think it's the narrative we see on social media: be happy, be in love. But if you are in a long term relationship, and I want to ask Charlena, because you're the one that's married. When you talk to married people, like sometimes you wake up and you don't feel happy, you don't feel in love, but you just deal with it. You just go. You just go with it, and that's life in general. In general, sometimes you wake up, and Mera, you can attest to this. You have a career, you have goals and dreams. Sometimes you wake up, you're not as motivated to pursue your goals and dreams, right? But it doesn't matter
Right.
because you made a commitment that I'm going to make this happen. And the same thing with relationships. When you commit to somebody, it doesn't matter what you feel because you made a commitment. Now, you can communicate with your partner if you feel some type of way or there's something that's causing issues with the relationship. Now, that's when the communication and transparency come about. But I do see the social media generation where we're so centered on self-love, independence, me, that we forget that relationship is about the other person. And sometimes like we have to like compromise and make sacrifices. Like, you know what? Even though this makes me happy, but I know I'm gonna sacrifice my happiness for this other person so I can make this work. And a lot of times for a lot of people when they're so independent, and what I do see in social media today, a lot of my friends are very independent because they've been so independent for a long period of time. They've been single for a long period of time. They finally meet a person that's a good partner for them, but they're just so used to about like me, that they're not willing to sacrifice their happiness and their love because in a relationship you have to do that. It's a team effort no more. It's not about what I want. It's about what we want that makes this best for us, the kids, and the family. And I think that's one of the dangers. Even though I do believe, making happiness and self love, and I know I understand that, but I do see sometimes that can hinder you sometimes in a relationship because relationship is all about compromises and sacrifices and work. And there is going to be a time when you need to wake up and you guys have a fight yesterday and you hate each other, but you have to work it out the next day and you still be committed the next day to keep going. But you can't be like I do see a lot of people, they have a fight and then it takes a small fight to break a relationship today. Or get divorced today. It's crazy. But I'm traditional, like Mera said, I'm very traditional. My parents were traditional. My dad, my parents, like when I talked to my dad and I talked to him about like leaving my mom, that thought never ever came across his mind. Like I would never like leave this family. Like it wasn't in his DNA. Like he never thought about that. It's like I'm dedicated to this family, and I think for me in this generation, we kind of lost that, especially in this casual dating sexual culture, where it's so self-centered instead of being about we. Now it's all about me today, and I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of relationships today, it's hard today in modern dating. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about that? I want to open up that discussion for you guys. Does it have some truth to that? Do you guys see that? Go ahead, Charlena.
I noticed that a lot of married ladies are leaving their dusties, these unambitious men that they married in their youth that just got complacent and aren't going anywhere. And so they're getting older and they're wanting more for themselves and for even their children. So I've noticed that a lot of ladies have been leaving their marriages just for that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I mean, Lay, you got something to say, Lay? Go ahead.
I was like, man, do I have to, like, I don't know. I feel like I said, I believe I can have it all at the end of the day. So it's like, you know, why do I gotta put my feelings? Because like, you know, like you said, scientifically, women, we run off of feeling, we run off of like love, passion, and you know, all that good stuff. So if that's what we're running on, then like we just cancel that all out. Then shit, we're just soldiers just marching through these days until we die. Like, you know, I can't do that because then like that's not going to make my man happy. And like, you know, my main purpose as a wife, as like, you know, as a mother, is to always make sure you're happy and like, you know, you're loved and you know that like, you know, it's me and you. So I don't know. I mean, if that's how men are these days, then yeah, I can see why women are leaving because shoot, if it's just going to be about you, then shit, it's just going to be about me too. Like, you know, because I have a kid. So like my life is a little bit different because I kind of experienced everything more so early on, like, you know, the committed relationships, the kids and like, you know, wanting to do that. And so it's just like, you know, I learned in that when it became just like, you know, stay home, be a housewife, do this, that's it. Like I learned like that's not for me because I'm too much of an ambitious woman to do that. Truly, like I feel like I can have like not a career, but like, you know, I'll have something for me and I can still have a kid. I can still come home, cook dinner, still have the husband and do that. Like, you know, so I don't know. I feel like you can still have that love and all that stuff. But I am part of the younger generation that only sees the romance side of it all. So I can also see that viewpoint. But I don't know. I also believe I'm a very old soul. So that old tradition.
Yeah.
I'll give you a perfect example of something you should. I know you said you have a kid, right?
Yes.
So I'll give you an example of why like happiness, why our generation is being focused on happiness and love. Sometimes I know a lot of men, young men, and family members and friends who got their girl pregnant, right? To take care of the kid.
Yeah.
He didn't feel ready or he was scared or he didn't feel like that he wasn't ready or happy at that moment. And I think that's what, for me personally, like if you as a man, if you have children, you have to step up and take responsibility for your kids. That's just me, right? And I think for me, that's better for the children. But that's what I'm talking about is like if a man has, I think for most women, you would all agree that if you had a baby with a guy, you would want the guy to step up. Can we all agree, ladies? If you had a baby with a guy, like you would prefer him to step up and take care of your child and take care of you. I'm sure all of you guys would agree, right? But the thing is, because we're so focused on feelings and so focused on happiness, and that's one of the things when it comes to relationship is like, as a man, like I tell him all the time, I know you don't feel like it. I know you're not happy right now because you're not ready for having a kid. Sacrifice that for something better, bigger than yourself, which is your kid and the future of your baby mama and your kids. About when it comes to a relationship, is like example, like sometimes we have to sacrifice the things that of our own happiness and our own things that we want right now for something better. And but the thing is, we have kind of moved into this society that we can have it all. And it's all about me. Have children, and we have a wife, and you have a relationship. You're no longer responsible for you. You're also responsible for another person.
Yeah, I'm responsible for two people. Yeah, my husband, my child, Most
Yeah.
definitely. But I
All
don't
I'm saying is
know.
like when you're responsible for a lot of people, you can't have
Yeah.
it all for yourself. That's all I'm saying. You can't have it all for yourself if you're responsible for other people because you have to sacrifice some things for yourself for the other people you're responsible for. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I feel like the sacrifices is just for a moment. It's not forever. It's not, till the day we are not here. It's like I only have to sacrifice for what, 5, 6 years till my kid has to go to school. And then when he goes to school, when he's in school, mama's doing this. Like, so I mean, there's a balance. Like, it's just all about having to find it. And so when I think about it, it's like you can't have it all. It's just all about time and how it works and how you want to utilize it, honestly.
No worries. All right, thank you for sharing that, Lay. And Meta, what do you think, Meta? I see you in that corner, just think about your thoughts real quick. But yeah, what do you think? What do you
Yeah,
think about?
I had so many thoughts. What was the main question? That way I can go back to it. So
No, we were talking about happiness and love. And then we just share is that really important when it comes to a relationship? And we had different opinions. So like, what do you think? Should people base most of their relationships based on how they feel about happiness, or should be something bigger than that with like commitment and duty and responsibility? Like, but I don't know. We live in a different age right now because our parents back in the day, like you're traditional. I'm sure your parents were traditional. One thing I noticed about traditional parents, is it's just for them it's like their duty and their responsibility to their kid. Like it doesn't matter how they feel, what they want for their life. It's about it's about our kids. So today it's different now. So what do you think about that? Is today better than what our parents did? We see our parents still married, and today we're not getting married. So
right.
What is the best way according to you?
Super, I could play devil's advocate with this because from my point of view personally, what I'm trying to do is, again, I'm on a self-love journey, and it's my selfish period because like I said, if I'm so focused on I need to be married by 30 and have kids by 30, and that's your main goal, right? Without focusing on yourself, it's like it kind of takes away from you finding someone out of pressure, So yeah, my parents are traditional, right? My dad was her first. They had 7 children together. They got married. Now they have grandchildren together. And, and this is where it's so confusing because did the marriages last longer before? Absolutely. I mean, you people have grandparents that are still together, parents that are still together like mine, but it comes down to, are you happily married or are you married? Are you getting how many grandparents have not cheated on your grandmother, and your grandmother stood because that was what the standard for a woman was. It's like, you're gonna stay, you have kids to raise. So it's just like, is it what's more important to you? Is it the label of having children before 30 and the marriage before 30, but you don't feel complete because as an individual you didn't really get to live? Like, so many women were like playing housewives so early because they had children before, and and I'm talking like parents and grandparents time, and it's how many dreams died. How many women wanted to be a teacher and they couldn't because they had to be housewives and a mother. So it's you slowly dying to yourself. Is it worth it to sacrifice it before time, before you're ready for a marriage and children? Is it worth dying slowly every day to your dreams and to yourself?
Yeah.
So right now I'm in my selfish period, but I've been in 2 long-term serious relationships, and when I'm in a relationship, I'm submissive. I'm all about us, and I'm not gonna say bending over backwards, but kind of, yeah, to kind of make it work between us. But that's where the like-mindedness comes from. If you're asking me to compromise solely for yourself and you're not even hearing me out because you're that traditional, then that's not for me. Someone else is going to be more compatible and okay. So I know when it's time to turn off the selfishness right now, because I want my next relationship to be my last relationship. I'm doing the final work within myself. That way, when I do meet that person, they're in the same level and I'll kind of know, So yeah, that's pretty much my point. So.
No,
And
no
Mera,
worries.
I think that the circle that you work in and the people that you interact with, you'll meet a guy that's in your industry as well. And it won't be as much as a compromise. You're not going to meet a construction worker. You know what I mean?
Right,
You're going to meet someone that's in the music industry, or that is a businessman or something like that. So I think it'll mesh well.
Right.
No worries. Thank you for sharing that, Mera. I know Daniel Peter did a super chat donation. He said, "Thank you, Will. Keep telling them the truth." All right, thank you, Daniel Peter. Always appreciate you on the show. And then Fatty said, real quick, what is your book about? Don't worry, Fatty. Don't worry, Fatty. At the end of the show, I'm gonna have Charlena talk about her book at the end when we conclude the podcast. So just stay tuned in for that. But yeah, I guess before we move on to the next topic, I do want to ask Mera, because you shared a great point, right, Mera? You said that our parents are very traditional,
Right.
and then now we move to the age where we're very modern, right? So I think one of the things I do want to ask you is, like, I think one of the drop, I guess one of the negatives of what our parents is, like, they just got married, and it doesn't matter. It didn't matter what happened in a relationship, whether it was toxic, whether it was healthy, they just stayed.
Right.
So I think that's something we can definitely improve on. But the thing is, like, now we've come to 2022 where we shifted, where we've gone the opposite way. Is any little thing that happens in a relationship, we just leave. So back in our parents stayed too long. Now we're staying too short.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. There's two extremes, right? So it's the
so how do we find the middle? So how do we find the middle ground?
Right. So this is it. So for myself, again, I believe that marriage it's sacred for myself, and we're in this new age where, I'm a 90s baby. So I'm not I'm a millennial. So is it Gen Z, like the one right after us, and then it's just like X before us or whatever the hell? Right. So we're looking at like our parents and our grandparents, and that was an extreme. Like, you have a responsibility. You're a wife and you're a mother. So who gives a fuck if I'm cheating on you? I'm bringing home the fucking bread and the fucking bacon. So you just fucking shut up and take it, and that's an extreme. And then you have the new extreme where it's just like, oh, you don't agree with me? All right, cool. Like, I have a damn full of other people. I'm out. And that's another extreme. And they're both super unhealthy, So I'm all about, in a relationship, right? Clearly there has to be the compromise. So it's not the extreme of I'm the kind of person that I take a while to kind of like be fully comfortable in a relationship, because when I do give it, I give it all fully, So you kind of obviously have to be careful with that. But it's just like, but then again, it's like my next relationship, I swear to God, it's like, I don't give a fuck, dude. We're working this shit out. Like, straight up, like, and that's how I've been with all my, relationships. They failed, obviously, because, disagreements and shit like that. That was beyond repair in a sense. So, but it's like, once I'm a commit to you, it's a wrap. Like, that's it. Like, it's me and you, like, and that's just pretty much how I feel. Like, the balance is keep the traditional views, as in, it's a wife, a husband, and that's it, and it's, you keep that with the flexibility of what we have today. And I feel like that's what the perfect kind of in the middle balance is. So.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No worries. Thank you for sharing that, Mera.
I think that back in the day, people didn't have a choice either. It's like, if you got a divorce, they're gonna be talking about you. Your auntie gonna be talking about you during Christmas dinner. It's like, shame, So it's in this day and age, we have a choice.
Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing that, Charlena. And then, Lady, did you want to add on? Okay.
Yeah, because I'm like, I understand, like, back in the day, it was so different, like, how it was, because, like, we had to be stricter, and, that probably is why marriages last. But I don't know, there's a lot of things that I feel like, maybe it is because it's day and age, but, like, I feel like, there's just certain boundaries, and there's certain things that will just, like, I gotta go. Like, cheating is a big thing. Like, I don't know. I feel like, sex is something that's that's something that's different. And so it's like, you know, if we're married, you decide to put this ring on the finger and you decide to say, okay, I'm gonna have my life with you, I'm gonna have my kids with you, then I feel like, you know, you can't go out and cheat and then expect me to be how like my grandmother was and to stay because that's how your grandmother was or something. Like, you know, there's like certain things that are just unforgivable. But it's like if you're talking about like, you know, if you ever like, you know, if you're like a man, like, you know, like I said, there's certain things you're not gonna do. Like you're not gonna put your hands on me and you ain't gonna cheat on me. Everything else, do what you're gonna do, partner. But like, cause you know, you go to jail, hey, hold you down. Okay, I'll hold you down, man. But don't cheat on me, don't put your hands on me. It'll be all good. And we can have that traditional life with the kids, all that stuff. But no, that's the perfect combination marriage for me, actually, right there.
So since you brought up cheating, I do want to ask you because I do see this on social media. So the man is high value enough. Would women tolerate cheating? And I want to ask you your opinion because I do see that a lot of women they finally find a guy, and you see it sometimes in celebrity couples, right? The man steps out, he's a high value man, he has side chicks. It's like, you know what, I could leave, but why am I gonna leave all this? Saying this. And of course we live in a time today where I've heard from people where like they tolerate cheating. Oh, you know, this is modern relationships. The guy's gonna cheat, so if he's gonna cheat, it is what it is. So we got to this point where cheating is such the norm, and having multiple people such the norm, side chicks and side dudes is such the norm. But I want you guys to take a look. What do you think about cheating? Also, if you guys want to keep it 100, if the guy is high value enough, high status enough, would women, because some women do, they would tolerate it. I'm married to Jay-Z. Saw Beyonce. She stayed. She stayed in the relationship.
Jay-Z is ugly as hell. Okay, Jay-Z is
He a
ugly as
billionaire though.
hell.
He a Billy. He got that Billy though.
It has the audacity to cheat on Beyonce. I'm pissed about that. But
yeah, but like I said, he's a high value, one of a kind black man in society, right? He's Jay-Z.
yeah.
So, I want to open that topic when it comes to cheating, and you know, have you guys ever like tolerated a guy cheating? Liked him and he was like very attracted to you, so you kind of let it slide. I want to ask you that topic.
Look here, guys. I've had my ain't shit days, okay, where I have tolerated when because this is the thing with the guys that speak to me. They never want to tell me that they got somebody or that they they always are hiding something. And so if I ever feel like I have to figure it out myself, like if I have to be an investigator and find it out on my own, then no, I don't care how high valued you are, you can dip. Because why can't you be a man enough to tell me? That's my biggest thing. Just tell me. Because so that way you can understand, so that way you know my point of view and what I want to do. And you gonna respect that. But if you're a high valued man and I've met so many women that have done this, that have stayed with a guy because they take care of him or because they take care of them. And I'm like, I don't know. You're not that valued. You're not that high value to me because I'm not that in your mind. You've showed me already how low I am to you. I'm probably in the middle tier, but I'm low key at the bottom because you still thinking you can cheat on me and do this and think it's okay. Even though you pay all my bills. I can get a job.
All right. No, thank you for sharing that, Lay. What do you think about Mera? Mera, what do you think about cheating today, side chicks, side dudes, and there's a lot of women out there. If they admit if the guy's high value enough, a lot of women are like, you know what, I'll tolerate it because he's wifing me up. I got the ring on my finger. I'm at the house. I got the lifestyle. What do you think about that, Mera?
Oh my God. I would prefer, obviously, a partner that doesn't cheat. I don't even want to know what that's like, but I like to be respected, right? So it's if it's hard because it's like I would rather take the respect and of someone who's not as financially well off as someone who I'm pretty much disposable. Like, you're just there, sit there, you know, and then you don't respect me as, first of all, as an individual and a woman, you know, like because you bring all this bread, like I have to kind of take the shit that comes with it, you know, and that's why personally I'm, you know, very focused, hyper focused on my own success, you know. That way I used to like the whole idea of like the sugar baby or whatever the hell, you know. You know, growing up I was just like, you know, maybe being a trophy wife is not so bad, but it's like it's just, I've seen with my own eyes, you know, like the woman who has it all, like the money and the cars and the bags, and you know, she's getting her ass beat, or she's getting cheated on, or he's having more babies while she's pregnant, you know, with other people. But the money is that nice, like that you're gonna disrespect yourself, you know. So it's I don't think I would be able to that's not a high value man, you know what I'm saying? If you feel that you can get away with that, you're not a high value man. You're just a man with money, or you're a dick with money.
Yeah, all right. No worries. Thank you for sharing that, Mera. What do you think, Charlena? What do you think?
A cheating boyfriend, that situation. Oh, boyfriends don't want to cheat on me. I am crazy.
Good thing you're married.
It goes from one extreme to the next. I'll tell you a story. This guy, he was just a boyfriend. He was a sugar daddy. And I found out that, well, he was a sugar daddy, but I kind of caught feelings type of thing. And he was cheating. And so I became friends with one of the other girls. I found her number in his phone. I got his password by, you know, kind of looking over his shoulder. I called her and I was like, "Hey girl, I'm such and such and such. I got his card today. You want to go shopping?" And we read his card. We had a good time. So, but if it's marriage, you're married and he's cheating. First of all, you shouldn't be with a broke guy in the first place. So this guy ought to have some type of 401k. He's making 6 figures or more. So if he's an asset, who cares? Let him cheat, because it's a risk on his part if he's cheating on you, because you're married, you have legal rights to all these things. So he's basically saying he wants to give you half of his stuff, and I'll gladly take it.
All right, no worries. I think Daniel said to your story, he said, laugh my ass off to your story. He just shared right now. All right, no worries. Thank you for you guys on the live chat. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, ladies, for the great questions. I'll pass that on to you. I know that was Lay's question. I know she brought up the love. Let me pass it to you, Charlena. I'll give you some more time, Mera. Make sure you have the question ready. But Charlena, what's your question? What's your topic?
With boyfriends, should we cook meals for them? Should we cook lunch, dinner, bring them a sandwich while they watch the game? What do you guys think?
Oh, cooking and cleaning. All right. I like that topic. All right. Pat, what do you think about LA cooking and cleaning as a woman?
Now the question is though, for you, how long into this relationship are we talking about? Like, are we talking about like first meet, this is what we doing, or like we about cool 3 months in, I kind of know you, we in there? Which one is it?
Oh, I think Charlene is frozen.
Oh, she froze up on me.
Okay,
Okay, well, I'll give you both point of views then until she can bring it back. I mean, if we talk about like in the beginning, no, I'm not doing that. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, now, which one was it, like in the beginning of the start of the relationship, or like we talking like a few months in?
Like just boyfriend, girlfriend in general, like maybe a year worth.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. yeah, girl, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning. What's up? Because if we a year in, that's why you're wiping me down. You got to be about a year and a half, and I'm better be wiped down. But yeah, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm bringing sandwiches on a lunch break. Shoot, what you need? You know, yes.
Okay. All right. So, lady, you definitely cook and clean. Mera, what do you think about cooking and cleaning? Do you do that immediately for your man? Once you
Yeah,
guys kind of
absolutely. Yeah, I'm like again, I'm Hispanic, so with or without a man, like I'm gonna be cleaning and cooking. So, but yeah, I'm my love language is like giving and like shit like that. So it's like the thoughtful stuff, like packing your lunch, meal prepping for you. So yeah, I don't have an issue with that.
Okay. All right. And then yeah, do you see? I mean, do you see a lot of your friends like because I do see like a lot of women like that. I don't want to cook and clean because they feel like that. I guess it's like devaluing women today. If a man is like, can you cook and clean for me? What do you think about it? Do you see people, women like that, or no?
I don't think so at all. Like, I mean, I think we're pretty grown at this age, but and like grown and logical. Like, I don't personally, I don't think that is degrading. Like, I mean, luckily I've dated guys too who, if I don't have time to cook, if I'm like overwhelmed with work or whatever, they're cooking. Like they're bringing me food to my bed. So they're washing dishes with me. I'm washing, they're drying, they're cooking, I'm washing. So it's, yeah, I've never had an issue with that.
Okay, no worries. And what about you, Leif?
Yeah. I mean, because like I know some friends that don't know how to cook at all, like and so I don't know, but yeah, like she said, like I'm very already like that. I feel like it's common sense anyways. Like we clean, we need to eat anyway, so you should be able to feed yourself if I can't do it. But it shouldn't ever be like an issue, because if I can't do it, you should be able to do it. Because I mean, I'm pretty sure your mom taught you how to do it. So yeah, I don't know. That's the issue.
Yeah, I think I always tell a lot of women like men are very simple. You know, I know a lot of women have their list, but for men we're very simple. We just want food, we just want sex, we just want respect, and that's it. That's pretty much it. Pretty much the list for most men out there. And Charlena, anything you want to add on to that? I know you brought up that question with the cooking and cleaning.
Well, my take on it is all things in moderation, because the guy might take it for granted, or like Mera was saying, it might be at a time where you really don't have the time to cook, and they're still expecting it. So I say like only on special occasions, like for their birthday or a family is coming over and you kind of want to impress them, but not every day. Now, if there's a girl that just absolutely hates cooking and won't do it until they're absolutely married and have the ring, and the guy still wants them to cook, I recommend you pretend like you can't. Like burn the food, the toast, the rice, so that he can just take you out to eat. So just avoid if you really don't like to do it. But I wouldn't recommend you do it on the regular for a boyfriend. Yeah, that's a no-go for me.
Yeah, I mean, I want to ask you, ladies. I do hear that from a lot of women. They would say like they won't do. I guess they won't cook and clean for a guy until the man wipes her up. Like I'm not gonna give you wife benefits until you marry me. Do you guys believe in that? Do you believe that because I do hear that from a lot of women that like, I'm not gonna cook and clean until you make me my wife, then I cook and clean. But I think it's for me personally. I think that if you want a husband, you have to act like a wife from the beginning. If you, I think it goes both ways. But what do you think about that? Holding off cooking, cleaning for your man because until he officially makes you engage, unless you're engaged, he gives you a ring, or do you believe something different? I'll start with you, Mera.
No, I definitely I don't date. So it's like if I'm spending my energy, if I'm allowing you into my space, and we since I don't date and you're the only person I'm kind of exchanging energies with, it's like I'm doing it for a reason, So I'm not doing it because I'm just casually hooking up with people or casually dating random guys. When you do that, yeah, if I was juggling multiple guys, I wouldn't be cooking for like 7 guys a week. You know what I'm saying? So if it's that one person I'm dating you with a purpose. So it's just like, yeah, I don't feel that it's like, oh, I need to have a ring. Like, if you're a great person and you're dating a quality guy with the same mentality, it's not going to take so long for them to be like, you know what, like, you are marriage material and so are you. And then you start, so they're going to want to wipe it up eventually. Like, so I'm not like as long as the ring is there. So I'm choosing to be with you and spend my time with you. So that's just my form of like, giving to you. So.
Okay. Well, what about you, Lay? What do you think?
Girl, we must be living the same life, because literally I'm the same way. I'm just like, I don't date. I don't like talking to people already. And so if I'm already doing that, like, you're seeing me like I'm being this person because like I truly want to do this. I enjoy cooking already. You know what I mean? So if I get to do that with you and I get to spend that time with you, then I'm doing it. Like, boyfriend or not, you don't have to wife me up to do that. That's just like the person that I am already. I just happily want to do it. So it's like these women who think that way, I'm just like, why do you have to be wifed up to do that when he doesn't know what you can do. He doesn't know what you can bring to the table yet. So you got to kind of like show him what you're bringing, because I mean, if he's showing you, okay, I can take you on a date, I can, give you this money and do all that, but what can you do for him? Like, can you make sure that his house is clean? Can you make sure that his food is hot and ready when he gets there? Like, are the kids taken care of? Like, just those basic little things you show in moderation, because you don't just do that all at one time. Like, you have to get practice, you have to get learning, because like first cute little date, you're cooking for him. Okay, cool, check, that's done. He's coming over to your house is clean, that's check. You got 2 checks down in one day. All right, now the next thing would be like, oh, you're dating, or like you were babysitting a niece or nephew or something, and he just want to come over and hang out. Like, he's showing that you can take care of those kids. So, like, you have to show those things before you get wifed up. So if you feel like you're entitled to that, like, you don't have to do that till then girl, you just gonna be single forever.
Okay. I know, Mera, I know you said that you don't date. Like, what do you mean by you don't date? Like, what does that mean?
I don't date. Like, it's just I'm very protective of my time and energy right now. Going through my own spiritual journey, and it's so when I don't date, it's like you can't hit me up on Friday to go out with you. I'm out if it's business. I do music, so it's like if I'm at the club, I'm networking with the DJs or I'm networking this. So, and then I go home because I'm just like, don't do the extra shit. Like, keep it professional, So it's, yeah, I don't have the energy to date like that. So.
Okay. I mean, if somebody didn't want to date you, and how would they approach you in that way? Like, obviously, if it's a good guy that's ready, that's a good man, got something going on for his life, he happens to see you. How would he approach you in a way that you'd be open to dating?
I'm hoping that it's someone that is a few steps ahead of me, and because I'm not figuring it out, but I'm still kind of figuring it out. I hope he has his shit together a little bit, because I'm not currently at the place to like help someone build, and as bad as that sounds, I'm building myself, so if I was to have to get into a relationship, it's like he kind of has to. Right now I'm at the point in my life where I need the guidance. Normally in a relationship, I've been like kind of like the guidance, like the voice of reason. So I would want that at this point for someone to be like that for me. Someone that's like, I can work towards reaching that level, because if you're not making me better, if I'm higher than you in a sense, whether it's emotionally mature or whatever it is, then that's not kind of for me. I want to be where I can grow, so it's have someone already that's kind of like established in a sense. And I'm not talking financially. I'm talking about spiritually, emotionally, mentally. Like, if you are unhealed, stay the fuck away from me. I'm not dealing with that, So I've come a long way in my own journey, and I feel like if we're on the same level, if we're on the same frequency, you're gonna catch my attention. You won't even have to try so hard, you know. So I would naturally be like, what's up with you? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like I would just know, in a sense.
Oh, okay. So if the guy, if there's a guy that you really you see that he matches your energy and he's doing well.
I'm open.
then-
I'm not close to a relationship right now. I'm focused, and for me to take my focus out of myself, you're gonna have to be someone worth investing. I'm not closed off to dating at all. I'm not saying that it's impossible. I'm so myself and like hyper independent. I'm building myself. If you happen to come along and get my attention, then it's a wrap for you too. Like, what's up?
Okay. All right. No worries. Just wanted to ask. So yeah. Thank you so much for sharing that. And lady, I know you. Same thing with you. You said. Do you? I mean, I know you say you don't date, but are you still open for it? Like Mera said, if you happen to catch your attention, the guys like approach you, whatever.
Yeah, look, I'm a simple, like, you know how like guys are simple. I'm a simple girl, truly. Like, you just have to do basic little things, and we are cool, easy sailing. Like, the things that catch my attention, that'll just make me be like, oh my god, like, what are you doing? Like, being like that kind of set in that kind of way. It's just like, like, I have to know that you respect me. So like, you're open, like starting the little things, opening my door, like, just letting me know, like, how are you feeling today? Like, are you doing good? Like, making sure I'm emotionally in check, because sometimes I'm not, like, so just knowing that you got that, it's cool. But just, I mean, obviously I'm not going to know that first meet, but like, just knowing to catch my attention and to really get that chance to know me, because like, you can talk to me, like, but like getting past the DMs, that's only few have made it, only very few. And so, but it's just like, it was just little things like, you don't have to text me every day, but just like, hey, just, letting you know, checking in, this is what I had to do some stuff. And, it was just that, just little things like that is cool. But if you can't do that, just simply, if I'm already getting the vibe that you're just trying to have sex, or like I'm already catching that sense of like you're hiding something or doing something, then you're not there for me. Like, you're not, because what is it that you're not able to tell me or to like let me know? You feel me?
Yeah, I want to ask you later the question, because I think Mera brought it up, and I do hear this from a lot of men. And men, we have to approach you, so obviously we have to approach you. For most men and most women, they prefer the men to approach them. Most women won't approach the guy. But I think Mera said that if you're very attracted to the guy, and the guy is in your level and always higher, and you feel like that he's the type of guy, he's a good guy that can take care of you. A lot of women, you would make it easier for him to be able to get to know you or approach you, right? And then the guys that you're not really attracted to, it's hard as hell. It's hard as hell.
This is where I become. This is funny, because I'm such a sweetheart. I really am. So like, of course I would love it if a man approached me. Like, of course, like, yes, approach me, do the thing that I'm not trying to do. But then again, I'm a ballsy kind of girl. Like, if I see you and like I feel like we should be looking at each other, we making that eye contact, we catching that energy flow, then guess what? I'm gonna say hello. I'm down to say hello. And I've done it before. And it worked. It worked because guys are shy too. Like, I already know that. Like, I understand that completely. So if like I can make you smile by just even saying hi or something, and then just giving you that little courage, like, oh, that's so cute, I'll do that too. But I'm down. I'm here for either way.
So I guess my question is like, if what's the different one? What would you do that's very attractive in your level to make it easier for him that you wouldn't do for the guy that's like you have no attraction for him? So I'm because as men, we see this shit all the time, because we approach them. We know that there's sometimes the woman likes it. We can tell as a man that they're gonna make it easier for you if you guys are connecting and vibing. But we do know, we can tell immediately, like, the girl's not interested. There's a whole different attitude and the way she behaves, and we have to understand that. But that's what I'm trying to ask you, like, what do you do different?
It's so funny. That's funny, because I'm that girl. I make it very hard for you to like, talk to me too. Like, if you gonna approach me now, you being ballsy. So now, since you got the balls to do it, now what can you do to get past me doing whatever the hell I'm doing? Because I'm probably doing something. Like, I'm probably not trying to look at you. I'm probably trying to like low-key duck behind somebody, because I'm nervous. I'm shitting bricks if I notice that you're about to come walking over here, especially if I am attracted to you. Like I'm being nervous. So like if a guy would approach me, like you just calm my nerves, be like, hey, what's up? Like, you know, is there any way we can talk? We can, you know, hang out, do something. I really find you beautiful, or whatever you want to say, whatever you noticed about me. Just finding little details that I don't even notice before you notice. Yeah.
Would you give him like to talk to you? Because I do see like sometimes when the women are very attracted to the men they want, you guys give him more time, and then for the guy that you're not really attracted to, it's like there's no time. You know, like you have a couple seconds. You have a couple seconds, and you're done. Are you willing to talk to him more? Oh,
Say that one more time because your mic started kind of crackling a little bit.
oh no. I was just saying you give him more time. The guy, you get very attracted to the guy, like you give him more time to continue the conversation. And the guy that's not really as attractive, it's like he's got a couple seconds before you just close it out.
So that's so funny because I don't know, you know, because like the guy, he can do a few things. Like I said, I'm a simple girl sometimes, so like just buy me a burger, bro. Just pop up with a burger somewhere, or like I love a strawberry milkshake. If anybody wants to know, just give me a strawberry milkshake randomly, and you want to talk to me. Yeah, I'll make it easy. What's up?
All right,
How
no
you doing? I love
and,
food. Food is my love.
Yeah, same thing, Mera. Like, you know, what's the guys in your level, you know, that we're really attracted to? I know you said like, you know, you would be the type of person, hey, what's up to that guy?
Right.
Is what would you do differently for him? Well, like for the guy that you probably no, like, you know, you meet a guy that's very attractive, because I do see for a lot of men, we notice this, like we approach a girl and we know like it's probably like she's not interested. There's a different way they're not as welcome to that guy compared to a guy that she's really interested in. And because she's gonna be more welcome to him compared to the other guy. So like, is there a difference? Do you for yourself, like, you know, when you see a guy and he walks in the room, you can feel the attraction between you and him. Like, what do you do things differently to kind of be more open, be more welcoming for him to approach you? Or do you give him signs, or like do you look at him a little bit longer?
Yeah,
I don't know.
for sure. So, you know, I could be aggressive. Like if most of the time, like if I just see you're just staring and staring, then you know I'll probably be like, hey, so what you drinking? You know, so but if it's someone that is gonna have me the opposite, like kind of just like staring, you know, you act cute, you flick your little hair, like stare at him, drink your drink, look up, bat your eyelash, be super obvious, you know. So pretty much that. You just be like kind of open, flirtatiously, of course.
Okay, no worries. And then Charlena, anything you want to add on to that?
If the guy is unattractive and he's doing that, just staring you down, looking you up and down thing, then I would still give them a chance, because you don't know if they're attractive in other ways. Their personality might be bomb, or their conversation might be awesome. And I'd say a red flag would be if the guy is talking about his career and his accomplishments maybe a little too much. That would be a turn off, because you know, I'd find all that out in time. You might be just faking it just to reel me in, type of thing. So yeah, the geeky guy, he can get it.
Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it, you guys. And yeah, a lot of people in the live chat. I think Daniel Peter said, "So feeding you is the answer." What? Hey, maybe you gotta feed her sometimes. And then Ty said, "Let the woman chase the man." And yeah, and of course, Daddy said, "I'm very aggressive. I stare LMAO." All right, appreciate you guys in the chat. Thank you so much for sharing it. But yeah, we'll Mera, we finally come to you. What's your topic? What's your podcast? And we'll finish the podcast with that.
It's just a simple question. So it's pretty much like, should you date potential?
Should you date potential? That's a good one. what do you think about Charlena? Should a woman date a guy with potential?
Absolutely not. No, don't do it, sis. Because I mean, you get in there and you're just waiting. You're waiting, and you're waiting. When that potential gonna come, and you're progressing. We're more mature. We're already women by the time we turn 13. So this guy, he has to have it together already. He's got to be the hunter, and I'm the harvester. He's the giver, I'm the receiver. He's already got to have something for me to receive. So no, I can't wait forever for them to get it together. I'm already picking the guy that's got it together.
All right, no worries. Thank you for sharing, Charlena. And I think the lady is trying to get her camera. I want to ask you, Mera. So when you say potential, like, what do you mean potential? You talking about potential in commitment? Do you mean potential as far as a career? Do you mean potential as far as his maturity, or
Maturity.
intelligence?
Maturity for sure.
Like what? Okay, like I mean, for you, like, what are the top 3 things that you look for in a man that indicates for you like this is potential? What are the top 3 qualities or traits that you look at a man? So you said maturity is one of them. What's the other 2 for you? The top 3?
Self-awareness and I guess ambition. So
ambition, self-awareness, and maturity. Okay.
Right.
Okay. I don't want to take that off. Okay, cool. So, Lei, did you hear the question, Lei? Oh, you're on mute, I think. I can't hear you. Nope. Okay, we'll definitely come back to you. So, yeah. So I think Charlena said no. She wants a man that's got his whole life together.
There. Can you hear me now?
There you go, Lei.
Oh, you can hear me now? Oh. I got myself all unmuted and stuff. Okay. So dating a man with potential in his maturity, like,
Oh, like for you, like, would you date a guy with a potential?
And maybe you have to really be showing me, like, you really have to put in some hard ass work for me to really believe, like, I can stay. Because, like, if I put in all this work, like, because there's a chance that you will leave me once you get to that high status, or once you get to wherever you want to go. So if I'm gonna do this, you have to make sure, like, me and you, this is our life work together. And if it's his maturity and, like, and how he is, like, if I can see, like, he, at the end of the day, he's a really good person, but he just has a few bumps in, like, the way he acts or something, I cannot change nobody. I know that for a fact. It's not something that I will ever try to do. But if I can see that you're willing to change it, even if after I let you know and I allow you to notice it, and you willing to change it, yes, I'm down. But if I have like an inkling.
But my question, Lei, is, like, how do you know that a man has potential to be a good man? And
like I said, hard work. Like, you're hardworking. Like, you're putting in more hours than there are in the day. Like, you're showing that this is something that's for me, or, like, this is something that I know will be beneficial to me. And
your job, like, when you say hard work, like, he's working on a job, he's working, like, what do you
working
mean?
On a job, working on bettering his own personal family, just like him, just knowing that he can do better and be better. Like, if you are recognizing it and you are saying, like, I know I can be better, then we're cool. But if you can't recognize your faults, if you can't recognize, like, sometimes this isn't the right thing for me, and you're not willing to let it go, then it's like, no, because that's not going to be safe in the long run. Because if this is how it is, then this is how it is. A man will always show you. He'll always show you. He'll always tell you what he is doing and how he's going to do it. It's just all about how you pick it up.
And I asked Mera the same question, like, what are like the top three qualities that you look for in a man that shows you that he's potential?
I will say, for one, he appreciates my time, like showing his appreciation for my time. He's like, I know we only have, like, just saying like, oh, I know you only have like one day out of the week, so how about I take you on this really nice date, or like go and do something else. Just like, just showing appreciation to me and just letting me know, just like allowing me to not feel pressure, because I put enough pressure on myself. So if I feel like you're pressuring me to be in a relationship, or if you're pressuring me to talk to you, then like that's going to make me run away. So if like you're not pressuring me, then cool. And then last is just respect. Like, that's just all in all. You have to respect me. You have to respect my time. Like I said, I'm a mom. I do modeling. I do all this other stuff. So it's like you have to respect that. And, just showing me that, I'm a queen. At the end of the day, I'm a queen. And I deserve nothing but that.
Okay. All right. No worries. And okay, so I know Mera said her top three qualities were self-awareness, maturity, and ambition. All right. So I guess Mera, like, what's your thoughts about? I know you brought up the question. Um, do you give guys time to develop into the man that they could be, or do you prefer like a Charlena? I just want a guy to come in. He's already got his life together. Like, where do you stand, Mera?
I can go either way. Like, I'm not, like I said, I'm not opposed to someone if they have it all together. That's great. If it's someone that is not so far behind me in the terms of like mental and, like I said, self journey, then I can work with that. Like if you're promising in the sense of like, I genuinely enjoy your vibe, your energy, and I feel like we can build, then it's something that I'm not going to be opposed just because you're a little bit behind. And it's not financial that I'm talking about. It's more in the richness of life that money can buy, in the sense of like I said, the self-awareness of always, trying to grow and be a better person. So yeah, I'm not opposed to either or. I'm not against like, someone that's, oh, like if he can't take care of me, like I'm not gonna be able to be with him. Like there's some things that money can't buy. And it's just like, and if I see that you have those qualities and you're willing to work with it, that's what I mean with self-awareness. It's just that there's always room to be better. Just like I always have room to be better, you always have room to be better. So yeah. I'm definitely not touching a like completely do it yourself project, someone that hasn't even started or is far from like where they're supposed to be in life, so.
Yeah. So my question with this, because this is something I do see a lot nowadays. Why do you think a lot of women stay with men who has no potential? I do sometimes ask, because we live in an age today where women are like, modern women today, they're educated. Statistically, there's more women today in college compared to men. Women are making a higher career. There's certain cities in the world the women do earn more than men. So in today's age, a lot of women, they're doing a better for themselves. But sometimes I do see these same women are with these guys who ain't shit.
Right.
So like I never understood that. I never understood like why this woman at this level is still with this guy who ain't shit. So I want to ask you, those ladies, like either from your experience or from your experience with your friends, why do these women stay with the same guys with, with no potential, and they just keep going back to those same guys, or sometimes like they have children with the same guys? That's something that's always confusing for a lot of guys. The guys are really working on themselves, like they're really putting in the work. They're like, okay, I'm working hard on myself so I can attract this woman, but then she's looking at that same woman like, being with this guy with no potential is like, what's the point of me working on my potential when she's just out there sleeping and having sex with men with no potential? Like, why do women do that? Mera?
It comes back to self-love and self-respect. You can have a woman who on paper is top lawyer or top doctor, but she never really healed her daddy issue. you're going to be attracting what your energy attracts what your other energies that are in the same level as you, you know. So you can look good on paper, you can be successful, you can have multiple businesses, but you're needing validation from people, or you need to feel appreciated or whatever it is by other people, and you're going to take in whatever form it comes, you know. Yeah, he's cheating on me. Yeah, he doesn't want to work. Yeah, I'm paying all his bills. Yeah, he takes my car to go cheat on me, but it's when he appreciates me, I feel appreciated. So you're taking the good with the bad because you don't really have the self-respect.
I don't know. I'm here. I don't know. I feel like they're just naive. I feel like the girls are just being naive in a sense, because it's like, why would you stay with a man with no potential if he's not showing he has no potential? Like, you're just being naive at that point. Like,
Right.
maybe love, maybe that's strong, but I don't know. I can't be the breadwinner. I can't be the mother. I can't be, and then also be a good wife at the same time when you're not giving that. You're not reciprocating that. So it's like, you're being really naive.
Listen, potential is potential, right?
Yeah,
like,
potential is potential, but
potential
you're not
is potential, but they're not
forward.
the potential yet, you know. Just like I have potential to be whatever I want, but I'm not there yet. So it can go either way. I can either meet the potential and meet the standard, or I'm not. But if I'm not actively working, then it makes no sense. It's redundant.
Exactly, because it's like, if you have that potential, and I know you have that potential, if I'm going to be cheering that potential on, if I'm going to be that cheerleader doing it, then you got to like show me something, a step, a move, a shimmy, something. But if you just have nothing, like you're just sitting there just really wasting whatever the fuck, like, you know, skill or dream, whatever you have, like you're just starting to waste that, then I can't be with you, because then that means you're not self-motivated, and that means that you're just not able to be there for me how I am. Because if I'm self-motivated, I can't be doing that for you too. Like, I already got a kid to do that for. I already got, like, you know, I have a family to do that for. So it's like, why do I have to have you do that when we should be on the same level?
Yeah, right.
You feel me?
What happened to Will?
I know. I was like, girl. Well, what about you, girl? What about you, Charlena?
Hey, look at me. This is my show now. I'm the captain now.
Hello.
Look at me.
So I think the reason why
Look at me.
women stay with the guys that have no potential is because they want to be, the guy is being the housekeeper. Do you guys know what a housekeeper is?
Oh, no.
Listen
No.
to this.
You want to school me, girl. School me.
Listen to this.
What's happening?
He said, in the morning, I can get your breakfast ready and get you ready for work. This is the type of guy that is doing everything that a woman is doing, moving in the feminine, while the woman is working in the masculine. That's why they're staying that long, because he's taking up that role of being the housekeeper. He's there running the bathwater after the woman gets off of work, from working a long, hard day of work. And so she's getting what she's wanting kind of out of the deal, because he's being the girl, taking on the girl's role.
Well, Will just said that he had technical issues all of a sudden. So he said that the podcast is about to end anyway. So I don't know what to do.
Well, hopefully he jumps back on soon, y'all, to close this out, especially with, like, you know, YouTube and all that other awesome stuff. So let's just wait for him to get back. He should be back soon. You know,
just want to give everybody a preview of my book. Someone asked, what was it about?
Yes.
Okay, so it's called Relationship Candy, How to Get Sugar. Now, a lot of girls, they're trying to figure out whether they want the ring, whether they just want romance, or whether they just have some goals that they want to accomplish. And the main character, Her name is Caramel. Now she is, oh, let me get my reading glasses on to look more professional. Caramel. Other girls change to please the men that come looking, but not Caramel. They shed their wrappers, becoming one new person after the next, not Caramel. So the book is both basically about how do I become the prize, or what should I bring to the table? How do I act feminine to attract a man? Or is food the way to a man's heart? And how do I get the ring? So it speaks to whatever a woman's goal may be, and it's in cartoon form, so it's funny. There are some things that happen that are kind of hilarious that will really happen in real life. And it's available on Amazon as of now. You can get your copy digitally or the physical copy.
Go ahead, girl, because I could not write a book. Oh my gosh. I can write music, but books for the birds, girl, for the birds, for me. But shout out to you. I'm proud of you. On Amazon, send me the link. I'll buy.
Everybody's just like dropping like flies, but it's pretty late where I'm at, so.
Right. Well, hopefully he comes back, close him out.
I think someone has a question.
Yeah, we can take some questions. Why not? Fuck it. What's up? I was like, it's me and this beauty right here, so.
Yeah.
Yes.
One question. What's up? Who's going to ask it?
I know. Don't be scared. Don't be shy.
We have like 60 seconds before we head out.
Right. He says, y'all single or with someone? We're single as Pringles.
Right.
Okay. Oh shit. We got a couple questions here.
Why did your last relationship end?
Toxicity. No. To be honest, it's a very crazy story, but just pretty much I had my son a few months later. I found out the dad was in Vegas with another chick, and yeah, I knew this girl. She put together my baby shower and everything. Then I found out he was cheating, so then I kicked his ass out and just haven't been dating since. That's a little traumatizing for a girl,
Right, for sure.
Especially at like 16, 17, girl. It's crazy.
Well, guys.
What about you?
I'm gonna head out. This is a long story. Not trying to really I have like 30 seconds to get into it, so.
Okay, 30 seconds. Break it down.
Just, toxic, I guess. So I would just leave it at that, so.
Oh, period.
Right, that's it. That's all I have to say. But all right, guys, have a good night.
Bye, girl. See you later.
Bye.
All right, well then, guys, I guess, I'm going to head out too. But really quickly, the reason why I picked my son's father was because he was my high school sweetheart, like all through from like 8th grade until my sophomore, junior year in high school. And then, shit hit the fan. He actually lived with me. The shit hit the fan. Then ever since then, I'm chilling. I don't care. I'm really easy peasy. I was young. Why, for the person that said, why didn't you marry your baby daddy first? I was young. I was 16 and stupid, young and dumb. But thank y'all so much. Y'all lit as fuck for still asking questions, even though Will is here. And I'm trying to stay until he gets back. But y'all tune into his podcast and all that good stuff again next week. Check out his YouTube, his Twitch, all that awesome stuff. I am Lay, and y'all can find me on Instagram, doing it big with this modeling stuff also. I've been in a few fashion shows, going to LA Fashion Week, so stay tuned. And it's Lay Tings right there. Peace out, Girl Scout.